Welcome back to the Fiji Pro presented by Corona Cero. Stop number 8 on the championship tour. We're in Heat 8. J.Pittar coming up against J.Marshall. Kuiper Guerrero, Felicity Palmentier on the call here. J.Marshall, so he's below the cut line, but he's looking good to requalify just via that Challenger Series, and this is the first we're seeing J.Marshall. We heard that soundbite, riding a 6'3" sharp eye. Looking down the line, looking for the barrel section, stalling, and gets a little bit of a cover, second section, and muscles his way out for a completion.
That was cool. That was really cool. I think there was a lot of setup work that went into that tube in the Challenger Series. Maybe potentially surfing a little bit more free as we come into the back half of the championship tour now. But yeah, this one, smaller wave in size, but he eyes it off down the line. And this wave, beautiful little shape. I mean, if you're free surfing right now and you take off on something like this and you get it, you're like, okay, I'm cruising. The rest of my surf is absolutely made. So let's have a look from this channel angle here. Beautiful stall. You can really see him utilising his hand just on the face of the wave there, just managing that speed, slowing down, speeding up, and then had no business coming out there.
And we'll see if he gets going on this one. It's going to be under priority. J.Marshall finds a streaker through the inside, takes the low line around this section, hooks it off the top. Beautiful backhand hook. Make it 2 for J.Marshall and 3. So really nice tempo and pace through that wave for Marshall. Executing, he got a 3.83 on his first ride, and he's going to back that up in a solid form.
I feel like it's just so pleasing to watch, and that's my biggest takeaway from this wave. It's a fast wave, Cloudbreak, and it can be really stretched out down the line, but the guys to do it best out here look like they're not in a rush, and that's what I saw from this wave. Of course, we saw a lot of perfect technique, really good surfing, and really good flow in between the manoeuvres. Just not in a rush, and I love to see that. Behind him, saw this wave from George. Beautiful thread of the tube. Almost comes out, but a little bit crumbly there, so not finding the exit.
Natural mineral salts, real fruit juice, and coconut water. That's the way to hydrate. Pittar grabs rail off the bottom. Just a little cover up there for J.Pittar. Carving off the top, hoping for a little bit more as this wave warps down the reef at Cloudbreak. Pittar, nice snap, and gets caught up on the inside.
Let's check out George's first. So this one here, grabs the rail, kind of gets into this tight little top half of the wave tube, comes out, but then here, see here, kind of a couple little weird warbles. You can see him setting up for this weird inside track, carves down, and then the thing just goes absolutely turbo on the inside and goes top to bottom really quick.
Down. J.Marshall behind him stalls the Seaside Local in a barrel. Second section has to just ride the bucking Bronco through that section, scoops up in the top, and goes complete. Previous wave for J.Marshall, definitely a keeper, 7-point ride, and he is starting to kind of pull away in this heat from J.Pittar with the lead.
Perfect demonstration of what Cal was talking about. Same sort of thing here for Jake, but this was the second wave of the set, and I like this because I feel like the outside section stayed a bit more hollow. You can clearly see the face of the wave is a bit more groomed, but then once he makes this section, it goes turbo once again on the inside here. You can just see it just going so top to bottom. And sort of gurgling on that inside reef. But yeah.
You can see also just the fact that he just had to hang on really in some, you know, we've seen those ribs play havoc earlier today. And so
So I think that happened on the very inside after the wave was happening. And that thing was just looked like it went through warfare on the inside. So definitely getting on a new board, back out there. Brent Powers on the program to get him some new stuff. And, well, there's some belting going on out the back right now on a new board.
More tapered, but this thing just kept on giving. It was the gift that kept on giving. Takes off, board is looking nice. A bit more of a setup turn here. This thing gets nice and bowly. That turn right there, that's my favourite moment. And that one just super critical. So that's going to feel good when you kind of get a win. You get a win on the wave itself, but you get a win underneath priority too. So maybe good for the mental space of J.Pittar as well.
Yeah, that's how you kind of change momentum, right, in the heat and have things swing your way. The crew from the Australian crew in the channel loves what they're seeing.
Here we go.
Yeah, tears and cheers, the dichotomy of the World Surf League and surf competition. J.Marshall here using priority in the lead. Big snap off the top for the surfer out of Encinitas, California. Paced approach here through the inside. Vicious finishing section, and he meets it.
Important thing out at Cloudbreak, because there is so much to learn. This one, just once again, great wave selection, good positioning from the takeoff. Already we're seeing that those fins, be free on that first turn. The second one there, I think, was a really good choice of maneuver because it really set him up to be so critical on that last turn. The second one kind of was a carve, and then...
Nice backhand hanger behind him. J.Pittar pulls in, gets clipped on entry to that tube. And J.Marshall looking to improve upon a 4.83. Felt like he did that.
Fighting to stay out ahead of it.
Here we go. George trying to get back into this heat. Up and out there. Multiple chances for George. Here goes another wave for Pittar. And again, it seems like he's getting confused in the lineup right now. Couple of quick up and downs for J.Pittar, but he's hanging on to priority. I guess that's the thing that's in his favor.
Go back to the visualization. Just that whole mental side of the game can feel just as satisfying because it was a really difficult win.
Here it goes. Pittar needs to go excellent. Slashes off the top, takes a high line, seeking the barrel. Not going to find it in that first section. Screaming down the line, needs something. It needs to be an important and impressive inside section. Stalls, gets under the hood, traveling through this one, and that one shuts him down, and that takes away the opportunity to score that excellent score. He's not going to do it.
Going to fight their way back out. Let's rewind. Let's have a look here. So set up turn for George, and you can see here already he's just looking for the moment. He's like, please provide me with something excellent, but this wave just gets a bit too small. Didn't have excellent written all over it, and stays in the tube. Nice pocket ride here, but the thing just gets so small and tiny. Couldn't find the exit in that water. And let's have a look at Jake. Just quick in and out.
Yeah, it would be smart for Jake to guard the lineup right now because George is on the Red Bull jet ski, but just gets bucked off. And speaking of running into the next round, round number 3, J.Marshall is going to be running into Callum Robson for his matchup in that round 3. We got more action on the way. By the way,
J.Marshall, congratulations. Big heat win over J.Pittar there. And, mate, some perfect waves during that heat.
Oh, yeah, the waves were firing in that heat. It was nice to get a heat where I actually just got to surf a little bit. Haven't had a whole lot of those lately, so it felt good to just surf and, get some fun waves with a good bud. It's sick.
Mate, your big win, a career-defining win over there at the US Open. Very different conditions here. When you see those waves coming at you and they're just so lined up, so big, so full of power and just so perfect, what's going through your mind?
I don't know. I mean, this event I always am just trying to think about. I mean, I'm just having fun. This is the one event where I feel like growing up, you just dream of coming here and staying on Tavarua and you're hanging with all your buds and surfing insane waves. It's kind of just the best time. So. I don't know. I'm just trying to enjoy myself over here and just have a good trip and have a fun time. And when the waves are like this, it's pretty hard not to. So, I was stoked out there.
We know how good getting barreled out here feels, but man, how good does it feel when you're just fanging off the bottom of a set wave and it's just standing up for you and you can just unleash a full kaboom into the lip?
For sure. I probably could have maybe got barreled on that one big one I got, but we'll try that again in the next one hopefully. But it's such a good turn wave, and that's what makes this wave so special. You can do turns, barrels, kind of whatever you really want. You can kind of just surf this wave to your liking, so it's real enjoyable, and it's such a fun experience to get to compete out here.
And just finally, mate, momentum is a wonderful thing. It breeds confidence. We've seen Seth bring that into this specific leg. How much did that win change sort of your mindset and your belief heading into the back half of the year?
For sure. I was really bummed out and frustrated after Brazil was the last one. I just hadn't made a heat in so long, and it's tough on this tour. Everyone's so damn good, so it's sometimes you can be doing everything right, training, surfing, having good boards, feeling like you're surfing great, and maybe one or two mistakes are just costing you heats. So just to be able to make some heats and win that event, it just kind of validated that I was doing the right stuff and I'm on the right track. It's not always a linear progression up. Sometimes you're gonna hit a roadblock, go down, go backwards, all over the place. So that's why we love surfing, and then that's why it can frustrate you too, but it's still the best thing in the world. So I'm still loving competing and surfing. I'm stoked to just be able to get a little momentum going and hopefully can have a good run in this event. I'd be stoked.
I love that attitude. How can you fail when you feel like that? Good on you, man. Look forward to seeing you in the next round.
Right on. Thank you. Shout out to everyone at home. You.